Welcome to the Excellence in Mentoring Awards. Please join us in welcoming tonight's MC, acclaimed actor and director, Tony Goldwyn.
Hello, everyone. Wow, that's a nice welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm super excited to be with you today. And I'm especially honored to be supporting Mentor, which is an incredible organization, and to be here for the, for the Excellence in Mentoring Awards. As you all know, each year, Mentor honors the champions of the mentoring movement by recognizing outstanding leadership and the commitment to supporting youth through quality mentoring relationships. These honorees exemplify what it takes to build and nurture a community to empower young people to thrive. Now, personally, I can tell you all that without the guidance of 4 key individuals in my young life, I never would have become an actor. I never would have seen a path forward to realize my own dreams. And now, as a mentor myself, I feel a profound responsibility to help a new generation find their path forward. And I've also come to realize that I'm not only helping young people realize their dreams, but I'm also providing continuity for generations past, passing on the knowledge and the traditions of those whose shoulders I stand on. So mentoring, the older I get, the more I come to appreciate and really revere how important mentoring is. And without it, it would just, without mentoring, so many people would just be left behind and so many dreams would be left unrealized. So with that, let's get started with our first award. To present the Excellence in Mentoring Award for Impactful Philanthropy, please welcome Dr. LaJoy Davis, the Vice President of the Indiana Youth Institute for Mentor Indiana.
Well, hello, everyone. Good to see all of your faces and after a wonderful day together. Tonight, we are honored to recognize an organization whose philanthropy reflects not only generosity, but deep, sustained commitment to the mentoring movement. The Eli Lilly and Company Foundation was established in 1968 to extend Lilly's charitable reach and impact. For decades, the foundation has focused on improving global health, strengthening communities, advancing economic mobility, and expanding access to education. At the heart of that work is a clear belief: when communities invest in people and relationships, lasting change is possible. The Eli Lilly Company Foundation is receiving the Excellence in Mentoring Award for Impactful Philanthropy, not only for the resources they have contributed to mentoring, but for how consistently and thoughtfully they have shown up for this movement. Their partnerships reflect a long-term commitment to mentoring, one rooted in trust, presence, and shared purpose. Over many years, the foundation has invested in mentoring organizations across Indiana, helping programs grow, innovate, and reach more young people with high-quality mentoring relationships. But their impact goes far beyond financial support. The foundation has been an active and visible partner, attending events, advocating for mentoring, and leading credibility that encourages broader community engagement. They have strengthened organizations by supporting strong governance, helping secure skilled board leadership, and offering strategic guidance that supports long-term sustainability. They have also invested in people, recognizing that mentoring organizations are powered by dedicated leaders, by supporting nonprofit leadership development and well-being. The foundation has helped ensure that mentoring programs remain strong, resilient, and ready for the future. This is what impactful philanthropy looks like. It is patient and it is relational. and it is grounded in a belief in the power of mentoring to expand opportunity for young people and strengthen communities. Please join me in congratulating the Eli Lilly and Company Foundation, a true champion of mentoring and a deserving recipient of the Excellence in Mentoring Award for Impactful Philanthropy. Please welcome Catherine Hudson to accept on their behalf.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to join you at the National Mentoring Summit and to stand along in front of and with so many inspiring leaders and champions of mentoring from across the country. On behalf of Eli Lilly and Company Foundation, I want to express our deep gratitude to Mentor for this recognition. We're humbled to receive the Excellence in Mentoring Award for Impactful Philanthropy, and we accept it with profound appreciation. And with the understanding that this award reflects not just our commitment, but the extraordinary work of the Starfish Initiative. For those who may not be familiar, I think LaJoy touched on some of this. Lilly, we've been around since 1968 and are supported by our company, Eli Lilly and Company donations. And we do focus, as she mentioned, on improving global health, strengthening communities, advancing economic mobility, and expanding educational opportunities. Supporting our youth is among our focus areas because we believe that communities thrive best when our young people thrive. And mentoring has always been at the heart of that initiative. So that is why today's recognition is especially meaningful. And I want to extend particular gratitude to the Starfish Initiative in Indianapolis and to their CEO, Crystal Givens, for this nomination. We're proud to support Starfish in their efforts to create life-changing relationships between mentors and scholars, opening pathways to college, career, and opportunity. Their commitment to young people and their belief in the power of one caring adult at the right moment has shaped thousands of stories of achievement. Our 16-year support of Starfish is one of the most rewarding and enduring in the space of youth development. While financial support is important, we recognize that it's only one part of what strong philanthropy should be. What has mattered most to us is showing up with consistency, curiosity, and a commitment to the long term. We've been fortunate to walk along Starfish and witness their periods of growth, transition, and innovation. We've seen firsthand how strong organizational leadership fuels strong mentoring outcomes. That's why we've supported not just programs, but capacity building and process development, ensuring organizations like Starfish have what they need to navigate challenges, seize new opportunities, and continue to expand their impact. We've also witnessed extraordinary dedication of the mentors and staff who make this work possible. Supporting human capital, the people doing the day-to-day work of guiding, encouraging, and empowering young people. This is one of the most meaningful ways philanthropy can help strengthen a community. We're proud the Lilly Foundation has been able to support leadership development within Starfish and other mentoring organizations across the state of Indiana. But I want to be clear, the real work, the transformational work, belongs to the mentors, the leaders, and young people themselves. They are the ones who inspire us. Their stories remind us of what hope looks like in action. This award is a celebration of them, and it's a reminder what the field of mentoring has long understood. Sustained support can change the trajectory of not just individual lives, but entire communities. As we look ahead The foundation remains committed to strengthening communities, supporting young people, ensuring they have access to mentors, education, opportunities, and environments where they can thrive. We know that when we develop youth, we create a better collective future. So to Mentor, to Starfish Initiative, to all the organizations and leaders in this room, thank you for your trust and for the extraordinary work you do every day. It's a privilege to stand alongside you. Thank you for this honor.
Please welcome to the stage Mentor CEO Jermaine Meyer.
Here we go. The Excellence in Mentoring Award for State and Local Public Service goes to Sioux Falls, South Dakota Mayor Paul Tenhaken. Mayor Tenhaken leads with heart, empathy, and a deeply human vision of what leadership can be. Mayor Tenhaken often describes himself as a reluctant politician, someone who never set out to hold office, but who understood that making a meaningful difference sometimes requires getting uncomfortable and answering a call to serve. From the beginning of his tenure as mayor in 2018, that belief shaped his leadership. Through the One Sioux Falls framework, Mayor Tenhaken elevated kids and families as a core priority, grounded in the simple but powerful idea that strong communities are built through relationships. That belief came into sharp focus in 2019, when conversations across City Hall began to shape a bold vision around mentoring. Even in the face of historic flooding, tornadoes, and later a global pandemic, Mayor Tenhaken never wavered in his message. Mentoring matters. He challenged residents, businesses, faith communities, and nonprofits not to wait for government to solve complex human challenges, but to step forward themselves. As he has said, these are human issues that require human relationships. Mayor Tenhaken reminds us that mentoring is not about having all the answers. It is about noticing people. It is about walking alongside someone, offering time, care, and guidance. He has spoken openly about how a single unexpected connection early in his own life showed him just how powerful mentoring can be for both the mentor and the person being supported. That belief came into action with the launch of the Sioux 52 Mentoring Initiative, a community-wide effort in Sioux Falls community-wide effort to make Sioux Falls a true city of mentors. Through collaboration, visibility, and consistent leadership, mentoring has been elevated across the city in a way it never had been before. Mayor Tenhaken doesn't just talk about mentoring, he lives it. Whether through the city's the Mayor's Youth Council, everyday moments of connection, or using every public platform to invite others into this work, he has made mentoring part of the fabric of Sioux Falls. Tonight we honor, or it's not quite nighttime yet, not even in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, but today we honor Mayor Tenhaken for showing what is possible when public leadership centers relationships, dignity, and the belief that giving of yourself and of your time can change a life and a community. It is an honor for us to present this Excellence in Mentoring Award for State and Local Public Service to Mayor Paul Tenhaken of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Please join me in celebrating and welcoming Mayor Tenhaken.
All right. Thanks, Jermaine. That's just how I wrote it, man. It's perfect. Well, good afternoon. Man, this is an honor. This is probably one of the coolest honors in my 7.5 years as mayor. I'm term limited, thank the Lord, so I have about 4 or 5 months left as mayor, but this means a lot to me. And I was thinking about what I wanted to say here today, and I thought I'd share a story of mentorship. And before I was mayor, about 10, 12 years ago, I pulled up to a gas station in Sioux Falls, and a guy comes up to me, and he's kind of shaken, an older guy, and he says to me, "Hey, sir, I'm really in a pickle. I could really use your help." And I said, "Okay, well, what's going on?" And he said, "Well, I was taking the bus, trying to get to the Social Security office. I can't figure out your bus system. I could just really use a ride." And I kind of sized him up and was like, well, I could take this guy, I think, if this doesn't go well. So I said, hop in my car, I'll give you a ride. So he gets in my car, and I bring him to the Social Security office. He needed to get his disability check, and I sat there and waited with him and figured out he was homeless, and got done with that and figured out that I had no place to take this guy. And at the end of that, I couldn't just drop him off nowhere. And so kind of cleared my day and turned into helping this guy find a place to live. I ended up giving him a job at my company at that time. He was a janitor, I guess, but he'd just kind of walk around and bother my staff, to be honest with you. But he wanted purpose. He wanted someone to talk to. He was an addict. He was homeless, obviously, had behavioral health issues. But it turned into a mentor relationship, me and him. And until he eventually lost his life due to his addiction, his health issues, and other things. But that experience with Kent gave me an incredible insight into the challenges of homelessness, the challenges of addiction, the challenges of mental health, the challenges of affordable housing, that had I not even had that mentor-mentee relationship, I don't know if I would have been prepared for this job. And it made me realize I wanted to serve people. I wanted to serve guys like Kent. And so I got into this office, and I realized we needed more people willing to step up and serve Kent Benson's. And so mentorship became my platform for the last 7.5 years. And as Sioux Falls has grown, we're 225,000 people. So have the problems and the challenges in our community. And we face the same challenges your growing communities do with homelessness, with juvenile crime, with some of the challenges that we all deal with. And the throat to choke on those is the mayor. And people reach out to the mayor and say, "Mayor, what are you doing about it? What are you doing about juvenile crime? What are you doing about homelessness?" And I flip around and say, "What are you doing about it? What are you doing? Are you mentoring anyone? Let me see your calendar. Open your phone. Let me see your calendar." Because I mentor a 5th grader at a title school. And I'm the busiest dude in this city. And I'm finding time to do it. So what are you doing about it? Because government's not the greatest at solving problems. So if you expect me to solve these problems, you're going to be disappointed. And I'm not saying we don't have a role, but the community plays a role. And I'm always going to reach back to the community and say, we can't do everything for everyone, but we can all do something for someone, right? And we have to always put it back on our community members. And so last night we had a little dinner, and I was talking with some of the folks at my table. And I want to close with this. We were talking about a study that I recently was reading, and it was a study that studied 38 million obituaries. It was the largest study that has been done of American obituaries. And it analyzed the text in obituaries. The average obituary is 175 words. So we will all be boiled down to 175 words, our lives, right? And we found that Americans are most often defined, a life well lived is defined by kindness, by caring for others, and tradition. Things like that are themes. Far more than wealth, far more than power, far more than political accomplishments, personal achievements. Words that came out a lot in those 38 million reflected benevolence, family, faith, way more than status or ambition. And the findings really suggested that in the end, people want to be remembered for how they treat others, right? Not for their lake homes or their cars or their LinkedIn profile. relationships over status, kindness over stuff, people over power. And so your work matters. This is what you'll be eulogized for. This stuff really matters. So God bless you in your work. This stuff is very important. I appreciate you all. I appreciate the work you give to mentorship. This is very important, especially in these times. So thank you. Thank you all for the work you do. Thank you, Mentor, for this honor. This one will stay on my shelf. Thank you.
Congratulations again to our first two awardees. Now, our next awardee could not be with us today, but she did send a video message that we will share in a second. But I want to share that Simone Biles is not only a world champion in gymnastics, but also a champion and tireless advocate for youth mentoring. As a national ambassador for the nonprofit organization Friends of the Children, Simone uses her global platform to elevate the transformative power of consistent, caring relationships. Her advocacy is deeply personal. As someone who experienced foster care herself, she understands firsthand the life-changing power of having caring adults in a young person's corner. In both her writing and in her public remarks, Simone often credits her success to the mentors, parents, and coaches who supported her during vulnerable times in her life, highlighting the critical importance of reliable adult relationships for all children, but particularly for youth who are navigating adversity and systemic challenges. Simone has also become a proud advocate to break the stigma and to normalize the conversation surrounding mental health, a conversation that is more important now than ever, given the mental health crises that so many of our country's youth are facing. After receiving the honor of being recognized as Sports Illustrated's 2024 Sportsperson of the Year, Simone reaffirmed her commitment to mentoring by sharing the following. I appreciate all the medals I have won over the course of my career. More importantly, the opportunity to inspire youth and encourage them that no matter their circumstances in life, they too can pursue their dreams. This has been better than winning any medal. I see myself in these children, having experienced foster care in my youth, and my hope is that all children can have a caring adult mentor in their lives for the long term. Simone Biles embodies the life-changing potential of mentoring. Simone's unwavering commitment to using her platform to share this important message makes her not only a role model, but a true champion for the mentoring movement and for young people everywhere. So please direct your attention to the screen for a message from our Public Elevation awardee, Simone Biles.
Hi, I'm Simone Biles, world champion gymnast, youth advocate, and proud ambassador for Friends of the Children. I am incredibly honored to receive the Excellence in Mentoring Award for Public Elevation from Mentor. I was able to be fearless, courageous, and achieve my big dreams because of the support and commitment I had from mentors in my life, which is why I'm committed to doing my part to help empower youth across the country with Friends of the Children. Friends of the Children pairs youth with paid professional mentors who can help them navigate everything that comes with growing up. I was immediately drawn to this work because I saw so much of myself in the youth that they serve, and I knew I wanted to do what I can to help this organization. During that time, Friends of the Children has grown from 7 locations to 44 locations, serving thousands of youth and families nationwide. My hope I share with Friends of the Children is that one day, every child who needs a friend has one, so they can have the support they need and deserve to reach their goals personally, academically, and beyond. I want to thank everyone at Mentor and watching for working tirelessly to build quality mentoring relationships across the country. Together, we will continue to inspire youth to dream big and to reach their full potential. Thank you.
That is one extraordinary young woman. Okay, our next award recognizes program excellence. For more than 100 years, the Motion Picture and Television Fund has stood at the heart of Hollywood's commitment to taking care of its own. Founded in 1921, the MPTF has long provided a trusted safety net for people across the entertainment industry, whether they're just starting out, whether they're in the middle of their careers, or whether they're enjoying retirement. Through financial assistance, through health care, housing, social services, MPTF helps industry members navigate life's challenges with dignity and compassion. But what truly sets MPTF apart is its deep sense of community, a belief that people show up for one another. That spirit comes to life most powerfully through mentoring. At MPTF, mentoring is more than just a program. It is a part of the DNA of the film and television industry itself. From Hollywood's earliest days, mentorship has been how knowledge, craft, and culture are passed from one generation to the next. It's about legacy. And today, that legacy continues through MPTF's signature program, Passing the Torch. Through this program, award-winning film and television professionals form meaningful mentoring relationships with students and also with emerging talent. And older adults remain engaged, valued, and have a sense of purpose in an industry that they love and that they've dedicated their lives to, while young people gain trusted guidance, expanded career vision, and real-world insight into the many paths that this industry offers. Mentors don't just share advice, of course, they share lived experience. They serve as human libraries of what's possible. And for the young people that they mentor, that connection can be truly transformative. Passing the torch stands as a cornerstone of MPTF's strategic vision, reflecting a commitment to mentoring equity, to relationship building, and to combating ageism. The program's impact has been strengthened through partnerships such as Mentor California that ensure best practices, and it's been recognized nationally and globally for its innovative approach. Ultimately, Passing the Torch and MPTF itself is about connection. It's about shared wisdom. It's about open doors and a community that takes care of one another. It is more than an organization. It is a living legacy of care, of creativity, and of giving back. And I can tell you, this is very personal to me because I'm on the board of the Motion Picture Television Fund Foundation, and I've seen the work firsthand for many, many years. So I am very proud and honored to present the ECHO Award for Program Excellence to the Motion Picture and Television Fund, and here to accept the award are Freda Johnson and Desaline Etienne.
Hi, everybody. It's especially meaningful to receive this award from Tony, someone whose own life and family reflects the heart of passing the torch. He comes from a legacy and a lineage of Hollywood leaders who didn't just build careers, they nurtured people. That belief in legacy, mentorship, and responsibility to the next generation lives at the core of the Motion Picture and Television Fund, and it's an honor to stand here connected to that tradition. Thank you, Tony, wherever you are. Passing the torch also exists because of partners who believed in this idea early and deeply. We're profoundly grateful to the Eisner Foundation, the Entertainment Industry Foundation, the Golden Globes Foundation, and Mentor California, recognizing that intergenerational connection is not just good intentions, it's essential infrastructure. Their support has helped turn a hopeful idea into a living, breathing program. When we created Passing the Torch, the idea was simple but deeply intentional. Our industry holds an extraordinary wealth of knowledge, especially among those who spent decades working behind the scenes, shaping the stories, the look, and the craft of film and television. But too often, when those careers wind down, that wisdom quietly fades away. At the same time, young people from underrepresented communities are eager to enter this industry, but they don't have access. They don't know the pathways, the language, or the unspoken rules. They have talent, curiosity, and drive, but no map. Passing the Torch exists to change that. As one of our 82-year-old mentors said, I thought I was done working in the industry. What I didn't expect was how much these students would remind me why I fell in love with the work in the first place. I found my purpose. And something beautiful happens in the space between these generations. Ageism softens, barriers fall, the industry becomes more human. And while Passing the Torch was born in entertainment, it's not limited to it. Mentorship is infrastructure. It's how industries survive, evolve, and remain humane. This model works anywhere experience risks being lost and the next generation is locked out. Any field where wisdom matters and continuity matters. This award is more than recognition. It's a reflection of a community that believes in sharing power, knowledge, and opportunity. Before wrapping up, I want to introduce the person who helps make the quiet magic of Passing the Torch real every day. Our program manager, Desaline Etienne, is the steady presence behind the scenes, connecting mentors and students in ways that feel effortless but are deeply intentional. And I'd love for you to hear a few words from Dee. On behalf of the Motion Picture and Television Fund, our extraordinary mentors, our generous partners, and the students whose futures are being shaped every day, thank you, mentor, for believing in this work, for honoring it, and for helping us pass the torch. Dee?
Thank you, everybody. Before I start, I just want to acknowledge really quickly something I always like to say in a space. Public speaking is very difficult, even for people who do it all the time. And I love that reminder because your energy is my energy. So thank you for a task that never really gets easier. You know, it's important to give people grace. I love TV and film. I always have. I come from a single-parent household. My mother held multiple jobs to provide for us, and in turn, I was raised largely by my grandparents, but also by entertainment. My sister and I would spend hours watching the same movies over and over again. It was like magic. And truth be told, a lot of these movies were bootleg back in the day. Some of you don't understand that, but you know, that was the times. But I hadn't imagined that years later, I would get to do this same work that I cherished for so long and work with these same people who influenced not only my childhood, but who guided my career. And so now imagine if we can do this not just for me, but for hundreds of students who come from underserved backgrounds and communities. That's the work that we do with Passing the Torch. We're not just telling students about the industry, we're pulling them in front of people who actually work in it. In 2024, we had 8 mentors from below the line jobs. Since then, we've grown to almost 50. In 2024, we had 0 students on our campus for programming. In 2025, we had close to 200. So thank you. So they were able to come from different colleges, schools, and organizations, and to come for different kind of programming, such as panels on Set Life 101, What I Wish I Knew, Identity Behind the Scenes, Storytelling Through Design, and the people on set and business life. So our goal is to create something that demystifies, ultimately. And in a weird way, I personally feel this for everyone in this room. If we're doing this and it still feels extraordinary, then we're not done yet, right? And for me, it still does every single day, which means there's more to build, there is more to open, there is more to normalize. So in the words of Denzel, I'll see you at work. Thank you.
With our program with the Impact Fund, at its core is the power of mentoring.
So during the pandemic, because I had like so much time at home, so I just started cooking every day. That's what I knew that I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
This is something that I truly love, and it had been a while for me to find a passion like that.
My experience in culinary school has exceeded my expectations. It's been an amazing experience.
Like I feel like I've grown, exploring more things to become myself, which is a great thing for me.
I feel that if I need help with anything, someone's gonna help me.
They've been very helpful in like honing into those skills that I have and just being consistent, just making sure that I'm where I need to be.
Being an Aaron Sanchez recipient means that there's someone that believes in me as much as I believe in myself.
You're being mentored yourself, but also you should also be mentoring others, you know? And that's what I really liked about it.
I know when I started to lead people, I knew that I had a huge responsibility. So now we're making an impact in a way that can transcend the educational piece of it, but can really do so much more. Now the mission has grown, and now the scope of what we're able to do now and the potential is astronomical.
Our investments are in nonprofit organizations providing food access and nutrition education for Latino youth. We need the support of the community to grow our impact. Join My Familia, Mi Gente today.
Please welcome to the stage, Jasmine Martinez.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor to be here this afternoon to introduce someone who embodies what mentorship is truly about. I grew up with a single mother, from living in two cars to being homeless at 17. Working in kitchens and being around the chaos and the fire has always felt so natural to me. My stainless steel home, no matter where I go. When I first saw the Aaron Sanchez Impact Fund, it was a long shot for me, I thought, and my dreams. Next thing I know, I'm going to New York City culinary school and kicking down doors, sous chef for Jean-Georges, and now going to Denmark and hopefully much more to push myself to the next level, because the journey never stops. Opportunities are everywhere, and we only live once. Some people might think of a mentor as someone who teaches, advises, and/or guides, but the best mentors do so much more than that. They see potential before we see it in ourselves. Aaron Sanchez is exactly that and more, even guiding me to fulfill my dreams. He continues to guide countless others throughout the culinary world. You can call him a friend, a father, and an amazing person, but I like to call him Chef. Please give a big round of applause to Aaron Sanchez.
Thank you very much. Oh, shit, sorry. You know, we're chefs, we curse like sailors. Pardon me, this is Nito Burrito, as my kids say. This is really, truly amazing. The fact that I'm here with all of these beautiful people that are like-minded, that really care about our future and the mentoring concept, which is so important to our future. And then you just see the embodiment of that with this young lady right here. She's no joke. I call her my little chef dynamo, you know? Chiquita pero picosa. She's little but spicy. Don't mess around. So anyway, you know, for me, I think this beautiful distinction is really not about me. It's really about all of our recipients who have taken a deep plunge into leaving their homes and doing an 11-month program with us at the Aaron Sanchez Impact Fund. So they're away from their loved ones. They're going to a strange city. You know, we started in New York City in 2017, and then, you know, they went to ICE and did their thing down that way, you know, in New York, and then we moved the program down to Noki in New Orleans, which, you know, is my home, and that's where our restaurants are at. But it was really special to see, you know, the courage and the resilience and, you know, not being scared to go out there and tackle something unknown and chasing glory and chasing greatness. And I think, you know, as we've gone through this, we've graduated 28 kids at $65,000 apiece, all right? So, and I started this in 2017 with an idea. And also, I want to just give this award to the kids. It's not about me. I just had an idea, but I also want to thank all my chef peers and colleagues who helped facilitate a lot of the fundraising, which is what we're all about, right? So I just want to give a big up to all my buddies that really helped, you know, make sure that these young ladies and men are able to go out there and chase their dreams. Because, you know, when I started, you know, all I knew is that I was in the kitchen and there was a bunch of Latinos in the back, and there was somebody that was telling the orders that wasn't Latino. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing was, I just wanted to make sure that education was not the crutch, and I make sure that everyone was on an even playing field, right? And really that's the genesis of this, and I wanted to give back to an industry that has allowed me to live a beautiful life. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, service and hospitality are two different things, right? I hope service is putting down a fork, taking an order. Hospitality is anticipating the need of somebody else and you fulfilling that. And that gives you joy. And that's what makes us and chefs and restaurant people very different, right? And for me, this is one of obviously having my children has been the best thing ever, but I'm just saying, but other than that, you know, this has been one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done in my life, you know? And I've cooked at the White House down the street. I've done all that, but like to see Jasmine over here and kick ass, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Sous chef at JoJo's, John George von Richten, and she's over there just, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we're here for. So, you know, and again, I'm not going to take too much more time because whatever, but, you know, yo puedo hablar todo el día. But the whole thing is that, you know, one of my heroes, Muhammad Ali, he said, you know, service to others is the rent that you pay for your time here on earth. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, philanthropy and all these beautiful people that are here, you know, you guys are planting seeds, and I just hope you guys know that. And, you know, I'm just so honored to be around all of you and all the beautiful missions that are being accomplished, because we're truly making moves. And so, yeah, this is not really about me. It's about the kids and all the chefs. And I just want to give a real special shout out to Jennifer Killian, the Emerald Lagasse Foundation, which I'm housed. Jennifer Killian, she's right there. She's the one that's being obnoxiously filming me. So you know, we're part of a community that thinks very much like all of y'all. And so I'm just really grateful with her direction, Miss Jennifer, and all of the team at Emerald Lagasse's Foundation. We're able to accomplish a lot. And I'll just leave you with this. And there's a great lady named Mimi Sheraton, who was a food critic for the New York Times, the late great. And she would say, when she said, you know, out of all the recognitions and accomplishments that I've received through my illustrious career, this one right here has to be the most recent.
Please welcome to the stage Mentor's Senior Director of Research and Quality, Mike Garrett.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a great event so far. It is my real honor and privilege to introduce today one of the giants of mentoring research, right? We don't talk about researchers much up here in the plenaries very often, but the person I'll be talking about, I guarantee, has influenced the work of most of the people in this room, whether you know it or not. And we'll talk about why today. He also happens to be one of my mentors, one of the few I've had in my life. So this is a real honor to be introducing him today. Dr. David Dubois has been studying youth mentoring relationships and the programs that create them for over 30 years. And while his accomplishments are way too numerous for me to run through today, we'd be here till about 7:30 tonight. I do want to talk about three aspects of David's career that I think are incredibly impactful. The first is what I will call research to practice. So back in 2002, and then a decade again later, David and a number of wonderful colleagues did the first meta-analyses of youth mentoring. Those are studies where you kind of mush together a bunch of program evaluations to say something global about a thing, in this case, mentoring. And what David and his colleagues showed was that not only does mentoring have an impact on a wide variety of youth outcomes, almost anything you could think of, right? But he also showed that the program practices, the tasks that you and programs do every day, matter a lot in terms of how big those outcomes are and how long they last, and what young people and communities get out of the work you do. So if you ever wondered why mentoring talks about the elements of effective practice and research-based practice and does all this training and events like this, it's largely growing out of David's work, showing the connection between the things you do and how well you do them and the outcomes that kids get. So that's research to practice. I'd also like to talk about what I call research to policy. David has spent a lot of time teaching policymakers, those that invest in mentoring, how to make better and smarter decisions. Some of that was by showing the impact of organizations like Big Brothers Big Sisters and their long-term impact on young people, yeah. But he also works with small grassroots programs and government agencies as well. For the last 12 years, David served as the research board chair of the National Mentoring Resource Center for OJJDP. That's where he and I did a lot of work. The last thing I'll say is that David has mentored a whole generation of younger scholars that have collaborated with him, been mentored by him, learned from him, and built on his work. And because of that, we have a body of research around youth mentoring today that I couldn't have imagined existing 25 years ago. And so in that way, David's work will last for many generations to come. He really was a pioneer in helping us understand how to do this work better. So on behalf of Mentor, myself, and the entire mentoring movement, please join me in giving a big round of applause to Dr. David Dubois.
Okay, wow, what a wonderful introduction. Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Mentor, for this extremely humbling and much appreciated recognition. And Mike, without the benefit of our longstanding work together, particularly with the National Mentoring Resource Center for a decade plus, I wouldn't be here. You are simply, if I can brag on you for a moment, the best I've ever seen at mining gems out of what are arcane research treatises, so to continue the metaphor, slabs of kind of impenetrable rock of dubious value, and bringing those into the field. So I've been mentored by you as well. So right back at you. There's lots of other folks for me to thank, and so that's going to be the theme here, for support, collaboration, mentorship, and of course, forbearance with some of my rough edges. I do have those, that have really allowed me to have such a rewarding career. These include my NMRC compatriots, Gabe, Nada, Kelly, Hannah, Rachel. They joined force with Mike to nominate me for this award. All of you, I say right back at you, and then some. Also on my list are certainly my parents. Both passed away, but my father was in fact my first example of a up-close and personal natural or informal mentor. He regularly took the time, as unconventional as it was for men of his era, to befriend young persons in our community. So it involved simple activities like he was a big bicyclist, so taking a bike ride, or raking the neighbor's leaves. An early example for me that it's about the relationship, not the particulars of the activity that are the motor and the power behind mentoring. My mom was just super long-standing involvement with volunteer organizations, such as Meals on Wheels. And from her, she really imprinted on me the win-win of service. And to kind of fast forward a little bit, I experienced that myself then as a mentor in the Big Brothers Big Sisters program. And my anecdote, which my wife told me, you got to stop telling that, but most of you maybe haven't heard it. So somebody asked my little guy, Sandy, who is all of 8 years old at the time, do you think Dr. Dubois, it was at a class, has gotten anything out of being a mentor? He hardly skipped a beat. And he's like, yeah, because he's not married and he's got just one cat. And so it's like, got it, Sandy. It was that social lubricant and emotional uplift of my time with him that really set the stage for getting me out of my office. And by that, I mean like on evenings and weekends. And not long after, I met my wife. And by the way, my family is here with me today, which is wonderful. And the love of my life, best friend, also a really good editor, I found, as I practiced this. But really, she's allowed me to stay the course and move through those personal and professional challenges we all face as we go through our journeys. And my children, two of whom are here, Gwen and Ray today, have taught me so much about what good mentoring looks like. One of these takeaways is the danger of making assumptions about young people. Example one, they aren't listening to you, such as when they start looking at their phone when you're talking to them. In fact, I have discovered with Ray that this is almost her reflexive reaction when I piqued her curiosity about something and she's looking to find out more, or fact check me, but either one, she's there engaged with me. Assumption 2, you know more than they do about the things you are adult-splaining to them. So example here from Gwen recently over dinner, we started talking about, I just cited that adult-splain, China's former one-child policy. She quickly, seriously, she interrupted gently and gave her own incisive treatise from her own independent learning about the policy's unanticipated negative implications for intergenerational support systems as parents age and there's fewer kids. And she's here if you want more, but you get the idea. Turning to my fellow researchers, there's simply too many to thank. Essentially, every one of my studies is a joint effort, very, very much, with sometimes others in the lead and sometimes myself, sometimes co-leading. Partnering with Carla Herrera, Tom Keller, Julia Price, and others to do our best to shed light on the effectiveness of different mentoring programs, collaborating with Michael Karcher to edit the Handbook of Youth Mentoring, and being generously included in the cutting-edge research of that new generation of scholars that Mike mentioned. And just as one shout-out, the work of Bernadette Sanchez and Amy Anderson to research and field test concrete strategies for ensuring that mentors are culturally competent and attuned to the ever-changing social issues that are out there in the world that young people are facing. Finally, I want to express my sincere gratitude to the legions, literally, of program leaders and staff, mentors, youth and their parents, caregivers, whose really intellectual and literally sweat equity sometimes making it through our surveys is really what's powered me forward in my career, particularly the insights that I've taken from them, which I will conclude with, I think, the most fundamental of those, which is the importance of not ever underestimating, as is so articulately conveyed today through the other speakers, the difference that an enduring, kin-like relationship, my little guy and I would say we love each other, right? That's kin-like, with a caring adult can make for a young person. So thank you again for this recognition, which is truly a career capper for me. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Okay, so let's have another round of applause for all of our honorees today. I am so happy to have been here with you. I was really, really honored to be asked to do this with you all. And I especially want to say one other thing, because I know that so many of you in this room are, spend all of you, you're the ones on the ground doing the mentoring work in your communities. So this day, this celebration is really about you and the way that each one of you shows up for young people in your community. So let's have a round of applause for all of you. So we want to close our event today with Saul Paul, a Grammy-nominated musician known for his powerful blend of hip-hop, folk, pop, Afrobeat, R&B, and reggae, and especially for being at heart a true musician with a message. Beyond the stage, Saul Paul is deeply committed to young people and to communities through the Saul Paul Foundation, expanding access to music education, mentoring, and opportunity. Through creativity, leadership, and purpose, Saul Paul shows us the power of using your voice for good. So please welcome Saul Paul.
Yes, that was me earlier in the exhibitor area. I know somebody's like, he changed clothes. It's true. I was like, these people trying to play in my face. Everybody on the stage had a suit on, so I had to go change. Plus, there's an award show. I was like, hey, I do this. The Grammys were just earlier this week. But you are the true change makers. You are the true honorees of the evening. Everyone make some noise. All right, I came to play. I'm going to perform some music, tell a story. In general, I'm going to tell my story because I've been blessed, and I think that's why I get to grace so many stages. So I make sure I'll do that. I'll have some volunteers join me. And we're going to dance. And you've been sitting still, or in the same space at least, for like the last
30 or so minutes as we celebrated all of the award winners. Can you give it up for them? This is one of the few events where like being backstage is actually a benefit. You know, you go to most events and they're like, oh, you're gonna be out there, so you gotta stay back here. It feels like jail a little bit. I like to be around people. I don't wanna be back here, I wanna be out there. But back there was popping because all the people that came up here were back there first, so it was dope. Okay, so I need some volunteers. I need somebody to come join me on stage. We're about to dance, so I need volunteers to join me for dance. I'll give you the heads up. That's you? Was that a hand? Give it up. All right. Okay, hold up. You can turn the lights down, you can turn the light. It's a vibe. I'm wearing velvet. It's a vibe. Don't kill a vibe. Okay. Bam, yeah, because you have your own cheering squad. Like right here was like, meet me up there. Oh, I like it, okay. Bam, bam, bam. All three of y'all. Where we at, right there? Did you have your hand? Yes. We're not doing voluntold. Because she didn't raise her hand, like you picked her. There's a difference. Everyone say, shh. If I ever do that, it's not because you did something wrong, it's probably because I did something really good. But we only have a little bit of time before we leave. Everyone is aware that at Son las Seis, anybody speak Spanish? See? What does Son las Seis mean? At 6 o'clock, we'll be going to Cuba Libre. Everyone say Cuba? Libre. For the networking reception. I'll see you there. Before I see you there, I'll see you on the red carpet. So like when you leave, just meet me on the red carpet. No, true story, y'all seen it. It's like an exhibit hall. Like, meet me on the red carpet, we're gonna take some. Did I lead poorly? Okay. Y'all just respectful. Okay, I was like, meet me on the stage. Y'all go on the stage. I was like, I appreciate that. Y'all move different. I'm so used to being around the young people, they literally be like hopping on stage, no permission, just running up there. Okay, I still got more space. Okay, so if I didn't pick you, if I was looking right at you, it's just because the lights are in my eyes. I still need 4 more. All right, bam, bam. Pink, what you think? I see you. Bam. Who? Both? 1 or 2? Which one? Both? Okay. Both of y'all stand up. Hold up, wait for it. Come up here. Don't clap too soon. Don't clap too soon. This is like Hunger Games right now. All right. You like my chain? All right. Thank you. All right. Hold up, wait for it. Both of y'all come up here. Come up. Y'all good? So I move how y'all move. I'm pretty sure some of you are, you're in tune with your feelings. I don't know the fancy name for that. Somebody here has a doctorate, you know what it's called, but it's a leader who also is like intuitive. I don't know what that is, but that's what I do. So like everybody that I've chosen, it was not random. It wasn't just because your hand was up. Like I feel led who I pick, and it usually works out. When it came to you two, I didn't feel that gut feeling. I didn't know, I couldn't, like, that voice is like, pick her. So I didn't know who to choose. So I was like, okay, well, I'll decide. I'll get them on stage. I'll decide, and then somebody can have like a walk of shame back. All right. So both of you two step up. When I have tough decisions to make and I'm just not clear on how to move, maybe at your organization you move different. At mine, I do rock, paper, scissors. Okay? Do y'all remember how to play? Okay, so in 2026, these young ones be like rock, paper, scissors. Got it, all right. Cool, so we're gonna best 2 out of 3. Drum roll, please. Y'all ready? Y'all don't look ready. Let me stand over here, all right? On your marks. Okay, there you go. Places, all right. I knew that was gonna happen. When I saw the melanin count was low, I knew the rhythm was gonna be, okay. Everybody get ready, go like this, hold it, perfect. Just hover. Here we go. You didn't run track, you like, all right, here we go. Okay, that's a drum. You know what? My time is short. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go. Y'all both won. Y'all both just won. I love it. I got jokes. I promise everything I do is... Based on the shrug, apparently I left you hanging or something, okay. I didn't even know what happened, see? I love young people, okay. That would have been a 7-minute diversion right there if you were in a school full of students and then somebody got called out, left out like that. So you can't leave that open, you gotta go clean that up, okay. This is a good looking group. That's diverse, all right. Everybody take 3 steps this way. Dr. Neal, the Executive Director of the Saul Paul Foundation. Can you give it up for her? All right, I'm gonna talk fast. I'm having fun. This is fun. So it's different. Performing at an organization, giving a keynote or a performance at a conference is like performing a Super Bowl. It's an honor you get to do it, but you usually don't get to do it again. They booked you, they're like, we can't bring you back. You dope, but we can't bring you back. I got to come back. I was here 2 years ago. Give it up for Mentor. The difference in coming back is that I see people I know. Not only do I see people I know, there are people that I connected with. I've been to their cities. I've been to their organizations. We're now in community. And so now the human in me feels weird if I don't shout my people out. So I don't want to get on stage and then people be like, bro, you ain't even holler. So I had Dr. Neal. She helps. So I was like, let's see how many I can remember. If I don't shout you out, it's because, one, I haven't seen you. Charges to my head, not my heart. But y'all just make some noise for, I got the organizations. I don't know if I should do orgs. I'm gonna do states. Give it up for Indiana, Georgia, Texas, North Cackalack, that's North Carolina, and you know what, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Give it up for the Indiana Youth Institute, Starfish, Usher's New Look, Big Bros, Big Sis of South Texas, Nate McMillan. There it is. Nate McMillan Foundation and the Clubhouse Network. All right. And everybody else that's here that I didn't see you, just text me, you know what I'm saying? Because we already in community like that. We're going to do a dance. I'm from Texas. Don't judge me. I love it, though. You know, yeah, I love it. So I travel a lot. One time I was in Madison, Wisconsin at this festival called Summerfest. And this is some years ago. I was on stage. I started performing. After I got off stage, everybody was like, bro, that was fire. Where you from? I said, Texas. They said, Texas. I said, Texas. They said, what color your horse is? I'm like, we're not riding around on horses. So then I went and made a song so they would understand our swag, our energy. So we're going to open up and do like a little dance. I'm going to teach you the dance. We're going to do it all together. Y'all cool with that? I figure that's not an issue here because like we all ate lunch with our different regions and whatnot. So that was cool to me. It goes like this. Dr. Neal, you gonna help us out? All right. You can have that side. It's a big stage. I'm gonna stand over here. It goes like this. I say, can you walk it forward? Everybody takes 1 step forward. Can you walk it back? And then we all go like this. 1, 2, snap. Okay, after the 1, 2 snap, we hold it. Everybody's looking that way. You should be looking at the back of somebody's head, except for you. You just look in the distance. All right. And now we go the opposite direction. 1, 2, snap. LaToya, what are we doing?
Oh, pay attention to the instructions.
Okay, but it's a live instruction. All right. They can't just see me, they see you. I'm trying to look out for you. All right, from the top, y'all kind of saying from 5 to 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. I said, can you walk it forward? Can you walk it back? 1, 2, snap. 1, 2, snap. All right, nobody fall off the stage. We don't got insurance for that. Then we go like this. Do that Texas 2-step. Hey, hey, do that Texas 2-step. Guess what your part is? One last time, let's put it all together. Count us in. 1, 6, who said 1? I gotta go. The clock is ticking. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. I said, can you walk it forward? Can you walk it back? 1, 2, snap. 1, 2, snap. Texas 2-step. Now do that Texas 2-step. Give it up for these brave volunteers. Everybody clap. Can anybody see that light? Anybody see that light? I see it. What color is it? Red. At the exact moment I started rapping, like, the battery died. That's crazy. Life happens. Have y'all ever had to deal with stuff like that? What do? This is why I love you so much. This is why I love this space. We just make it happen, right? It'd be great if the world was perfect and everything we set out to do went the way we set out for it to happen, but it doesn't work that way. All right, let's go. Everybody clap. Everybody clap. Everybody clap. Everybody clap. 5, 6, 7, let's go. I said, can you walk it forward? Can you walk it back? Lean with it, rock with it, just like that. Now do that Texas two-step. Now do that Texas two-step. I said, can you walk it forward? Can you walk it back? Lean with it, rock with it, just like that. Now do that Texas two-step. Now do that Texas two-step. You could play this in your white tee, or if you suited up. Chuck J's high heels, or if you booted up. You picture perfect, yeah, I promise you look cute enough. Kick back, gon' relax, yeah, you doing enough. This is for my family in DC, about to cue it up. Mr. DJ, this the one, gon' cue it up. We Texas two-stepping, true it may be new to you, but if you let me school you, I can show you how to do it. Can you walk it forward? Can you walk it back? Lean with it, just like. Now do that Texas two-step. Now do that Texas two-step. I said, can you walk it forward? Can you walk it back? Lean with it, just like. Now do that Texas two-step. Now do that Texas two-step. Give it up for these brave dancers. Hold on. Not yet. We got to take a photo. Doc Neil, can you take a photo for us? All right. We're going to take a photo, and then I'm going to like buy some time talking. I'm going to change get the batteries changed in that mic and keep it moving, all right? Everybody look at this camera right here. Wait for it. All right. They're like, why he got that? For that reason. Give it up for them. All right. Dr. Neil, can you do me a favor? Yes, in the back. Thank you for that. Give it up for Dr. Neil one time. This is perfect, so I don't got my mic anyway, so I'm just gonna stand here stationary. I'm gonna go through some images while I get those batteries changed, and then I'm gonna finish. We're gonna do a song together. But my grandmother always told me not to be rude, introduce yourself. So even though this feels like family and a family reunion, let me introduce myself. I'm Saul Paul. I'm a change maker. There we go. All right. Musician with the message. I've been featured on America's Got Talent, Grammy-nominated artist and producer, 3-time TED Talker. I've done more than like 1,000 keynotes. Like I talk for a living. Interesting part, when I was in school, I used to talk, but I got in trouble. And now it's my career. I love it. I got in trouble because I always had big vision. Give it up for the sound team. Look at that. All right, I like it. I can move around. All right, so yeah, my heart is impact. That's a big deal to me. Whatever I do, I like to do it big, and now my life is dedicated to change, so I like to do it big. So I impacted a lot of people. I just got like a little lag here. There we go. All right, I said I did 3 TED Talks. I actually did 4. My most recent TED Talk is on workforce development. The reason why I'm telling you about that, because I didn't know what those fancy words meant some years ago, and then I figured it out. I also figured out why I wasn't a recidivist. Anybody know what that means? One time a person asked me, are you a recidivist? I was like, no, I'm African American. I didn't know. I thought it was an ethnicity, you know what I mean? For those that don't know, like I didn't, even though I went to prison, right? Like I went to prison. It means you go to jail, become incarcerated, you get out, and then you become incarcerated again. But I went to prison, got out, never went back. The reason why, besides my faith, is that I became economically empowered, gainfully employed. I didn't have to take chances that would risk my freedom, and that was 2 decades ago. So then I dedicated my life. All right, I'm gonna move through this quick. I'm a formerly incarcerated individual who got out of prison, never went back. My lived experience led to me launching this thing called Skill Builders Career Academy. So these 3 photos, they tell a lot. The picture on the left is when I did that TED Talk on workforce development. You should go check it out. It's called What I Learned About Money, Music, and Motivation. The one in the middle is when I was performing and speaking at the Federal Reserve. That's crazy, right? Because that's a bank. When I got out the penitentiary, there was a stipulation of my parole that I couldn't even open a bank account. Crazy. And then the photo on the right is in Washington, not Washington, D.C., Washington State, at the Capitol as I was advocating for justice-impacted individuals, foster youth, and those opportunity youth, and talking about workforce development and economic empowerment. I get to live my dream. I was inspired by some of the award winners, things that were shared, like Chef Aaron. So me, the way that I said, okay, this is how I can be the change, I started this campaign or this workforce development initiative, which became the school, and now we have a network of career and technical education centers. I'm telling you this because before I leave in the next, how many seconds is that? 300 or so seconds, I'm going to give away a $7,500 scholarship. All right, check this out. Today we celebrate more than certificates. We celebrate resilience, determination, and transformation. The program they participate in is a 100-hour HVAC and core construction course. Each person completes it at their own pace.
Scholarship means the world to me because now that is my platform to launch off of.
Graduating from the HVAC program is no small feat. It required discipline, sacrifice, and belief in yourself. You prove that obstacles are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. And by walking this path, you've shown your families, your communities, and yourselves what's possible when you refuse to give up.
I really felt like I built a family in a sense. It was also school, but it was therapy.
What they did was, instead of letting their past define their future, they chose to rise, to learn, and to build.
I was chasing a way to achieve what I had never been able to achieve before in my life, which is stability and, to have a career. So
classes like skill builders class, the soft skills class, so it gave me everything I needed to be prepared mentally.
So what I believe I can do now is I can add that with what I already do for the community, and then I can add that with my business, and then do the clients, help the clients get their heating and cooling fixed too.
All you have to do is put the work in. The only thing that's going to hold you back is you. Being able to sit around a community who all want similar things propelled me to where I needed to be. So I'm very grateful for the Skill Builders Academy.
So tonight, we honor your courage, your commitment, and your vision for the future. May this milestone be the beginning of many more victories. Congratulations, graduates. The world is waiting for the impact only you can make. All right, I'm going to go through this. We're going to sing a song. We'll hang out a little bit. We'll figure out how to connect that. How y'all will figure out how to get to. Where we going? See, y'all didn't even lock it in. Cuba Libre. Cuba, I know. That's what they told me. I hope that's what it's called. But check this out, Skill Builders Career Academy. I want to tell you about it. I'm going to do this little commercial because I got to get this thing away. I even know who I'm going to give it to. I told Tim when I came, man, I want to give the scholarship away. So Skill Builders Career Academy, we provide hard skills training and national certifications. The organization, provide the mentorship and life skills support. Together, we provide a turnkey workforce partnership that changes lives. Now, I'm gonna go through like 3 slides. You should be scanning the QR code. Like as I go through these slides, that's all you gotta do. Like if you're a mentoring organization and you do workforce development or you desire to get into it, I would love to discuss how we can have this turnkey solution and provide that with you. Just scan the QR code. It'll be on each one of these slides, and I'm going to give 2 away because I met somebody, and I'm like, I just want to bless this dude because he blessed me. So Skill Builders Career Academy, we provide industry-recognized certifications, hands-on technical training, soft skills, life skills. You, the organization. Now, I know this is not for everybody because this is for those that do mentorship and wraparound support. Might not be for you. Or consistent encouragement and guidance. That's hard, I know. Community, accountability, and trust. Or a safe space for learners to grow. All right. My pocket is buzzing. Somebody scan the QR code. Salute, I see you. All right. The partnership works for this reason. It's on the screen. Here's the question. Is Arthur Soriano, everybody say Arthur. If you haven't met him, he did a workshop earlier today. I didn't know him 24 hours ago. I met him. He shared his story. If I'm saying it correctly, he was in prison for 30 years. It was either 20 or 30. After a certain point, it's just like traumatic. It's crazy. But he's been out for 13 years. He started an organization called Youth Empowerment in San Diego. They do amazing work. I was talking to him, and then it just moved, and I was like, man, I want to bless them. I know that he knows somebody who to bless this online trade school scholarship with. So we're going to give it to Youth Empowerment, Arthur Soriano. So give it up for Arthur Soriano. I see you, sir. So we'll connect. Meet me on the red carpet. Yeah, that's just because you're the change. While he was literally telling me his story, somebody was ear hustling. They came over. They're probably here. And she was like, I'm sorry. But she just started crying. And she was like, your story is amazing. Power. Credible messenger. I love it. So what we do, we provide this turnkey integration. You don't need any new staff, no new infrastructure. Our training fits seamlessly into an existing model. It's all VR, right? But they get these certifications. In 5 to 10 weeks, they get certified. Okay, cool. So scan the QR code, submit. I'm going to pick somebody else. It'll be random. I'll do it on the red carpet after this. Here goes the song that we get to do together. Anybody here got a cell phone? Okay, cool. So this next part will require some interaction. I'm going to perform a song. I'm going to sing it. And then at some point, I'm going to ask you to do something. This is what I need you to do right now. Pull out your cell phones and turn on your flashlights. Now, you don't want to miss it. Let me preach to the choir for just one little moment. When somebody does, because you already get it, that's why this is the choir. You understand why mentorship is so powerful, because it's not about the one, unless it's the one that you're investing in, right? But it's different when it's like, oh, look at me, I'm shining my light. It's different when everybody is shining their light. And so when I sing this song, it's somewhat like a social experiment. I like for people to see what it looks like. Check this out. Rise, rise, and open your eyes. Now is the time for you to shine, yeah. Rise, rise, and open your eyes. Now is the time for you to shine, yeah. Now put your phones in the sky, waving side to side. We ain't going nowhere, we just shining our light. On all of the hatred, 2026 a great year, we gon' make it. Phones in the sky, waving side to side. We ain't going nowhere, we just shining our light. On all of the hatred, 2026 a great year, we gon' make it. Rise, rise. Okay, y'all missing it. I think y'all just watching me. You gotta look around. You gotta look around. I know I'm shining, but you gotta look around and get the full effect. All right, one more time, here we go. Rise, rise, open your eyes. Now is the time. You give some people an inch, they run a marathon. Okay. Rise, rise, and open your eyes. Now is the time for you to shine, yeah. Rise, rise, and open your eyes. Now is the time for you to shine, yeah. Everybody make some noise. All right, I got 45 seconds left. I'm gonna make the most of it. I shouldn't have did that game of rock, paper, scissors. I love y'all. All right. No, but for real. N-O-W, what's that spell? It's not a trick question. N-O-W, what's that spell? Every time I point to you, I want you to say, this is what I want you to take with you. If your mind's right, you can shine right, be tight right, be bright right. If your mind's right, it goes down right. Just the last part. Okay, now I'm talented, but I can't point and play the guitar. So you just got to do it. Here we go. If your mind's right, you can shine right. Be tight right. Be bright right. Hey, if your mind's right, it goes down right. Now, 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 now. Last time. If your mind's right, you can shine right. Be tight right. Be bright right. Hey, if your mind's right, it goes down right. Now, 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 now. Mentor 2026, give it up for yourselves. All right. In conclusion, I get to do the final point out. Thank you. We had an amazing day one. There will be more tomorrow, but today's not even over with. We just take the party from here to the exhibitor hall, and then from there to Cuba Libre. We'll be there from 6 to 8. Don't be shy. If you see me, come holler at me. If I see you, I'm going to do the same. Give it up for all of our award winners. Give it up for all the young mentees who are amazing. I don't know if he's in here, but I met a mentee who's also a mentor named Alex from Colorado right before I walked up. Shout out to Alex. He was an amazing young man. So many amazing mentors. And yeah, I'll see y'all. Holler.